Hi, it is Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And tonight we're going to continue our conversation about purpose. And we're going to continue our guided meditation that we did on Sunday. So it's okay if you weren't here Sunday. But we're going to continue that. And if you are, you know what? I actually want to put up a banner to bring a journal or a pen, paper. Okay, so I want to show that. Bring a journal or pen and paper. So we can start writing out. Okay, so let me back up. Journal or pen and paper. So ideally, I want us to be able to feel ourselves writing, not on our phones, because there's such a difference when we're writing with pen and paper versus typing it into our phone, right? So if we have a pen and paper and a journal, what you'll be doing is as things come to you intuitively, whatever it is, or if you just feel the urge to just kind of free write, do that. That's super important, okay? So we'll be utilizing that in often. All right. I'm just pulling out some cards because we're going to pull some cards also. So hang on. And then let's get started. So I want to kind of open with a little bit more of our guided meditation. And like on Sunday, we kind of went in and out of the meditation, some conversation as information would come through to me, and then we go back into the meditation. So let's see what tonight holds. So the meditation for the week is seeing ourselves dropped below whatever struggles we are currently experiencing in our life. Okay. And when we have that visual of us here and our struggle or struggles here, we are below the noise into the void. So you feel yourself, you see yourself in this dark, cozy, safe space. And the struggle and the conflicts are here. And out of the struggle and conflict, we have our three beams of light, right? We have our purpose, our lesson, and our healing. And I don't want you to focus so much on the logistics of that, the logic of those three beams of light. Just know that they're there. Just see them for a moment, visualize them for a moment, and allow them to just do the work without you needing to do anything. Okay. So let's do 3 releasing breaths. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale, blow it out through the mouth. Two more. Last one. All right, I want you to allow the body to grow heavy. So whether you're lying down, leaning against the couch, sitting up, allow your body to feel heavy. Allow yourself to even slouch over if you want. You don't have to be sitting up tall. I want you to feel heavy, which means you're feeling present. You're feeling fully in your body. So just really allow yourself to feel fully in the body for a moment. And as you do this, focus on the breath, become aware of the breath, and then gently lengthen the breath. So lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale, deepen the inhale, deepen the exhale. Slow down the inhale, slow down the exhale, and we feel ourselves coming into the space and just feeling here present now. The breath is our guide. We hear the breath. We feel the breath. We become one with the breath. Placing the right hand over the belly. And I want you to allow the belly to expand big with the inhale. And allow the belly to pull in on the exhale. Again, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly pulls in. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly pulls in. Allow the shoulders to relax. Allow the forehead and the eyes to be at ease. Make sure the fingers and the toes aren't clenched and the belly continues to expand big with the breath. And as we allow ourselves to totally let go, I want you to visualize, imagine, see yourself falling down into the void, into the dark, safety, warm space of the void. And as you simply float, being held by the void, being held by the energy that lives in the void, we look up and we see, we feel, we acknowledge those that bring us struggle, whether they're people, places, events, or things, or your own inner struggles. We look up and we feel this, we see this, and we detach from this. We can see how we are floating below, separate from these struggles, which means as we are held in the void, our guides, gurus, and angels step in to manage the struggles that we face. We allow them to take over, and as they take over, we see these three beams of light, our purpose, our lesson, and our healing. And those three beams of light move out of this image of struggle and fills you. It's okay if you don't feel anything, you imagine it, see it, know it. Allow yourself to embrace. Allow yourself to be filled up with the light. Stay here and breathe and hold this image. Hold the three beams of light, of purpose, lesson, and healing. Inhale deep and exhale. Allow that light to fill you. Inhale deep and exhale. Allow that light to fill you. Inhale deep and exhale as you allow that light to fill you. Just be still for a moment, bathing in this light, in this healing, in this lesson, in your purpose. When we allow ourselves to unravel our current struggles, when we allow ourselves to heal, to see deeper into our current struggles beyond what the physical has to offer, we sift through to find purpose. And as we move deeper into our healing, we move deeper into our understanding of why this experience was necessary. And at the end of that tunnel is our purpose. The first piece of the puzzle to our purpose. So remember, we're not looking for a big bang. We're trusting a slow, development, of understanding, of evolution, of why you are, of who you are, and how that comes together to create purpose. Breathe deep. Hold the image. Hold the light. Stay here a couple more breaths. Now you feel the light as it removes itself and brings itself back up into the struggle, the visual, the image, and that struggle, that challenge is filled with light now. And you begin to ascend, lifting yourself back out of the void, lifting yourself back up, merging as one with your struggles. Knowing, though, now you aren't fighting these alone. You have help, you have clarity, and that will come as long as you continue to do the work. Breathe here as you have become one again with your current challenges. Breathe here as you feel your guides, your gurus, your angels, your power animals infused in you and the challenges that you carry. Now there's a different approach. It's not just you. You are supported, guided, protected. Rub the palms of the hands together. Place the palms face up and open the eyes and just be still for a moment. And when you're ready, if you feel the need, pick up your pen and paper or your journal and take a few moments and just free write whatever comes out. It doesn't and shouldn't make sense. Or if you have any intuitive musings that come to you, take a moment now and just write. Oh, I see. Okay, so purpose. Everybody has a purpose or they wouldn't be here. You are on planet Earth now for a reason, for a purpose. And that purpose will be fulfilled. How long it takes to fulfill it is not the concern. The concern is how we feel almost a sense of lost or empty or uncertainty because we can't experience or feel our purpose yet. And that feeling of why am I here, or what am I supposed to be doing here, or what's all this about, is there to encourage you to seek your purpose. So we don't want to get caught up in the how come that person knows who they are and knows what their purpose is and I don't. And just to be clear, there's many people like let's use a doctor, for example. A lot of doctors end up being doctors because their parents are doctors. A lot are doctors because they feel it is a calling. What I'm trying to say is if you look at someone like a doctor, someone might say, oh, they know their purpose, or they have a purpose, or they're living with a purpose. Some maybe because they felt the calling, but some are just following in their parents' footsteps. And if this isn't their purpose-driven work, it's just their day job, they feel that same unfulfilled thing that a lot of us do, right? So it's important that we don't compare ourselves and understand that just because someone has a job that looks good or makes a lot of money, it has no bearing on whether or not that's their purpose, right? I mean, how many wealthy people do you know that are unfulfilled, filled with anxiety, living with fear, doubt, right? How many people have really successful jobs or are musicians or actors or basketball players or whatever, and they talk about their anxiety and their depression, right? So the struggle is real for everyone. And for a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them that are feeling that emptiness, it's because they have a purpose that's much bigger than what they are expressing creatively or expressing physically. And when I say that their purpose is much bigger than that, I'm not saying that meaning they're supposed to be even more famous and more successful. No, rein that bit back in. And that purpose is very intimate and very personal to them. And it feels very big to them. It may be something the outside world never knows. You see this a lot of time when women give birth, right? They may have been very focused on their careers and they give birth and they've found their purpose, right? And that's very real and that's very fulfilling. And they have that purpose until that child is up and out of the house, right? And then they get to find what their next step is, what their next purpose is. Or for a father, you know, it's so when we talk about purpose, it isn't just this thing that is attached to money or attached to fame or attached to success in the eyes of society. That's not what purpose is. Now, can we blend our purpose and make money and lots of money and be very successful with it? Absolutely. Absolutely. If that is a drive for you, if that is just as important for you, then yes. But as we dig deeper in unraveling our current life challenges and unraveling who we are, for a lot of us, we get down to this core place of realizing that really isn't the fame and the success isn't really my number one drive, because when I feel the most full, it's when I'm doing A, B, or C. Any questions with that? Okay. So the cards that I pulled, I keep coming out. First breath, beginner's mind. Okay, let's talk about that. This deck, for anyone that's new, I always like to read the definitions because this deck is so powerful. It's unlike any other deck I've ever experienced. And what they write in those definitions have always felt more powerful than anything I could ever get from it. First breath, a fresh start and renewed curiosity, natural trust, beginner's mind. When the first breath card shows up for you, it's time to leave the old stories and tales behind. You have arrived. Take a deep breath and another. There's nothing else you need to do but take in the new world that is revealing itself around you. Trust your natural curiosity. There is no need to dwell on how difficult the journey has been or how tight the passage to get to where you are now. Just take it all in and experience the awe and wonder of your arrival at this destination. Even if it is a familiar place you have come to many times before, try to experience it as if for the first time. For you are renewed, and the old you is no longer your concern. Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago, Practice the beginner's mind, not labeling or naming what you see and experience. That situation that was so difficult only a few days ago will just be with it and breathe. You have already gone beyond it, have overcome it, and resolved it, even if no one else realizes this yet. Soon enough, they will as you move on. Do not squander the power of first breath, giving the old narrative mouth to mouth resuscitation. That's a good one. Do not squander the power of first breath, giving the old narrative mouth to mouth. So, continuing bringing up that old narrative, right? Use it for new beginnings to animate a world you can play and create in. Do not underestimate the power of your breath and the magic of the world. It's a good one. Whale song came up again, and I believe this one came up on Sunday, right? Hold on, pretty sure it did. Whale song. Oh, hold on, let me show you. Oh, we're up. Oh, where's my comments? Oh, Harlow, I was that Harlow. Me and Harlow, our connection is too much because I was just in my head when I saw Whale Song. I was like, I wonder if Harlow's on. She would know if we pulled that. Whale Song, remembering, harmonizing, resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you have visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. Let me read that again. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. And I know how whale is for you, Harlow. So obviously you're working through that really nicely. Oh, this is interesting. We got first breath, right? This is the first one I read. Then we did whale song. And now we have new beginnings, moon maiden. Ooh, look how pretty this card is. Hold on. Let me do this. And let me do this. How cool is that card? Oh my God, I love these cards. Okay. Moon Maiden. So cool. New ideas, beginnings, curiosity. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you have been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it is time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first. Reveal it slowly to the world like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you, in a relationship or job, want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. You've never pulled that one either. Yeah, that's cool, right? That was a good one. And lastly, I feel like this card applies to someone or some of you out there. Fools embrace transmuting pain. Let's sit with that one for a moment. There's a lot going on in that card, right? There's a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, a lot of uncertainty, and feeling as if you come out, like it's almost like I feel like with that card, it's like if I allow myself to look, if I allow myself to see what's really happening, if I allow myself to experience what's really happening, it might be too much for me. But I feel like that's not true. I feel like it's almost as if you're hiding from your own strength, you're hiding from your own power, your own ability to manage change, your own ability to stand in the face of obstacles or opposition. Transmuting pain, allowing life to love you, the experience of both and. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with the pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. No matter where on the spectrum of pain you find yourself now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it, befriend it, rather than resist it, running from it, or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is here? Surrender to the fool's embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you in a love and compassion. What if you could learn something amazing from this? What is truly yours will not pass you by. Something better and perfect for you is waiting elsewhere. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot going on there. And I feel like for some of us, transmuting this pain is going to be imperative in our next steps. I feel like for some of us, with the transmutation of this pain, we will step into a more conscious sense of who we are. It will take us out of the almost superficial way of experiencing your current surroundings and the current challenges and take you deeper into them, which on one hand, a part of you is trying to avoid going deeper into what you're not wanting to face or scared to face. But the deeper you can go into it, the actually the easier it's going to be to heal it and to move through it. And this is the beauty of how when we unravel our challenges, when we unravel our karma, who we are, our purpose lives there. Because look at this card. When we talk about being able to open ourselves up and face what's being presented to us, when we ask ourselves to open ourselves up and experience fully the pain, the suffering, the fear, whatever that is around us, we can face it head on. And when you know what's coming at you, you can plan for it, or you can stand in it. And all of a sudden you have the ability to move, right, with the wind instead of being pushed over because we're in fetal position. Never said it was easy. Never said it's easy. And a lot of times to open yourself up out of fetal position, that takes time, days, weeks. It's not something that just happens overnight. But if we can kind of look at purpose as this seed that was planted the moment we were born, and we are just continually trying to unravel who we are, unravel our karmic wheel, unravel our DNA to get to that original seed. And once we find that original seed of purpose, it can start to blossom because we can water it, because we see it, we know it, it's there. It's no longer covered up with pain, suffering, past life stuff, this life stuff, anger, resentment, emotions. That all of that is no longer covering that infamous purpose seed, purpose-filled seed, right? So being able to get there is the 5 steps to consciousness that I always talk about. Therapy when we need it. Daily meditation practice, yoga on a regular basis, exercise, and a healthy diet. Hi, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you for joining. All right. Good work tonight. Good work tonight. I'll be back on Sunday and we will continue. I think Sunday we're going to talk about spirit and the mind, body, spirit connection. We'll continue to pull cards. And I'm just going to, I already did a read for the week on Sunday, so we'll leave that be. And each Sunday we'll do a collective read for the week. Kind of planning things out as we go, right? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Harlow. Thanks for being here, you guys. I'll see you Thursday night, Instagram, 6 o'clock live for anyone who wants to join. All right. Bye, you guys.